Framer Forms component do not support validation for name and phone fields. This means user can enter numbers or symbols inside of the name field and letters inside of the phone field. This creates a bad user experience, which may result in receiving lots of useless emails from your form. But in this short tutorial, I will show you how to fix this. By this little update, user will only be able to enter letters inside of the name field and numbers inside of the phone field. Make sure you stay till the end because I will show you how to create phone number input mask for your Framer form. Check out the link to the live website in the description and grab your remix link to a file so you can follow along with me during this tutorial. My name is Sergey. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already. And now let's get started. All right, first things first, we need to create a form. For that, we go to our Framer file, we go to Insert, we go down to Forms here, and we select just a regular Framer form. Nothing fancy, just a regular Framer form, because it's pre-built and you can customize it the way you want. So, and this is a component, so you can see it from the Assets panel over here. You see this is a component, and basically you can you can change the button here. If you double click on it, you can change the button, how it looks. You can change different states. This is the loading state, disabled, and success, and error. You can change the copy here. You can write anything you want. All right, we're not going to do that. We just want to set it up so it works perfectly. So let's select the form. Let's place it just in the middle, in the center of our frame. Let's change the background of the frame a little bit, maybe like gray like this. And let's add some fill color to a form. So I select the form and I go down here on the right and press fill with white. All right, so this is ready. Next, what we need to do, we need to adjust our fields. We see that there is a location field. I want to delete it, so I delete it. Then I press the form and I press this little plus icon here and I select text. You see, I have a duplicate of emails. So I just got another text input field, which is called email, but don't worry about it. Let's select this input, and on the right, you'll see a new part that you can adjust. It's called input. Here, there's a type, right? For this type, we need to select a phone number. This is really important. Select phone number for the name of the field. Please note that this is not the name over here. That's not the label. It's the name that is used for this input field. And it needs to be tel, because this is what we're going to use in our override. Then in the placeholder, let's put some visual, how it's going to look. For example, we can put it something like this. Yep. And this is just a placeholder for the phone, right? It's not the actual phone mask. We're going to change the phone mask a little bit later, so stay tuned. And then we can change the label. We change it to phone. Actually, we can change the placeholder here as well, and we can put, for example, your phone number, anything you want. You can write here any text, because this is not going to be used in the code, and this is only for like display what the user sees before he enters any data. For the name field, let's go to name. We see that we have a correct label, and let's select input. And on the right, we see that it's selected text. This is what we need. There is a name for this input. The only thing we need to change the capital N to lowercase n. This is really important, guys. And for the placeholder, you can leave it the same, or you can just, for example, write your name here like this. And for now, that's it. Let's check it out, how it looks. We press play. And here you can see that I can enter numbers, letters. It can be like really long. I can enter like some equal sign, pluses, whatever, right? And for the phone, when I click on it, I can enter again letters, numbers, symbols, whatever. This is a really bad user experience. So we can get lots of forms like this. They're messed up and we're not going to be able to use them for example, if it's a lead form, we're not going to be use it because this is just a mess. So let's fix it now. Let's go back to the form, and you can find the remix link in the description below under this video. After you copy the project from the remix link to your Framer account, you will get to this page. So basically this is just a page I designed, and as you can see, I can enter only letters here, no numbers. So you see I'm pressing numbers, and here I'm pressing numbers and letters, and if I press letters, nothing happens, only numbers work, right? And also you can see that there is a phone mask, and I will tell you in a few minutes how to do that. So you're in this file you just copied. You have to go to Assets panel. You go to Assets panel, you go down here where you see the code, and you see this file, the code override, validation. Enter here, then you have to copy everything. Just press copy, go back to your file, go back to Assets, go to Code section and press plus. Here you have to select New Override, and here you put the name for this override, for example, validation, and press Create. You will get a sample code from Framer. You have to select it and delete it. Thank you very much, Framer, for that. Now you have to paste the code you just copied from my file. Press Command V or Control V to paste your code. And now Command S or Control S to save it. Now go back home, go to your file, go to your input fields. The first one is a name, so you select the input for the name. On the right panel, down here, all the way on the bottom, you'll see code overrides for the field. You have to press plus, and you see right away you have a file loaded up, the validation, the one you just created. The only thing you have to do, you have to go to override section, and you have to select the override that it was created inside of this validation file. It's only one there, so you're not going to mess it up. Now you go to phone and do the same thing. Go to phone input, go down here, plus, and then select override. And as you can see on the right, on the left, I'm sorry, right next to input fields, you get this little icon. It means that you have an override for this field. And that's it. Now you can play the prototype and see the magic happens. I press numbers and nothing happens. I can press letters and now I can enter only letters. Actually, I can even enter Cyrillic letters. And then for the number, the same thing. I enter letters, nothing happens, but as soon as I press numbers, I can get the numbers in this field. Isn't that cool? And now the most interesting and the tricky part is to create a phone mask for the phone number. Let's say you're making a website for a different country, not the United States, and your country code or the country code where your client or your website operates should be different, and you want to change it so it's not +1. So first thing you can do, you can of course change it in the placeholder, and for example add 38 and then delete 10 here, right in the brackets. So the country code is +38, and then the code of this cell operator is only 2 digits. And when you play it now, you see it's +38. When you enter numbers, you'll still get that +1. Yeah, that's because this goes from the code override. So you need to change a little bit. So let's go to assets, go to validation, to your code, right? To code override. And here in the line 14, you see there's a little note for you I prepared. Adjust phone metrics as needed. And here, instead of +1, you put 38, for example, for your country. And then this is the actual mask that is used for the for this thing to happen. And you see there's 3 digits here, right? 3 underscores. You need to delete one of them. That means that now you will have only 2 digits inside of the brackets, then 3, then 2, then 2, right? And then you have to go down here to line 37, and here's another note for you. Adjust a 2 to 3 for country codes with 2 digits, for example 38. You see, we adjusted it from 1 plus 1 to 38, so it's now from 1 digit to 2 digits country code. And since this is a 2-digit country code, this may be a little bit tricky, but you have to change it from 2 to 3. That means that you have 3 symbols for the country code. It's basically, this is plus is 1, then 3, 8. It's basically like 3 digits. So you have to put 3 here. If you have only 1, then you have to leave 2, number 2 here. Now you have to save it. So press Command S, you save it, go back home. Now you play it, and let's see it again. When you enter numbers, now you're getting it, right? Now you have it only two digits inside of the brackets, then 3, then 2, then 2 again. The way this looks, you can change it, and you can change it again in the code over here, in the code override. Sorry about that, too many messages going on. And here you can change the number of digits and the way you want it to look at the end when it's ready. So the last thing you want to do with the form, you want to set it up so it can receive data and send it to your email, for example. So you select the form, and on the right panel you will see the section form, and there will be send to. You press this plus icon, and there is email, webhook, or a Google Sheet. You can select email, enter your email over here, change the name, change the subject and the body text, and this is what you will get when someone fills out the form on your website. Actually, depending on the plan of your framer, for a website, you will have different amounts of allowed form submissions, so make sure to check that out. Thank you so much for watching. I hope this video was interesting and useful for you. So don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, and like the video if you like it. My name is Sergey, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye.